What's up you guys, Gage here back with another video, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to stream your 3DS save files without a capture card for the 3DS. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to need if you want to stream your 3DS save files on your computer without a capture card is a capture card. Just kidding, that was a joke. Okay, so the first thing that you need is a DS. It can be a 3DS, a 2DS, it really doesn't matter. The game, obviously, that you're going to want to stream, you're going to need a computer. This can be done on both Mac and Windows, probably Linux too, but I don't really know a whole lot about that. You're also going to want a new SD card for your DS. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be new. If you have a good sized one, you should be fine. I use a 32 gigabyte SanDisk micro SD. They're super cheap. You can get them at Walmart for like 10 bucks maybe. And the next thing that you're going to need is an SD card reader. Which these are also very cheap, probably about 10 bucks or so at Walmart. Just make sure that the one that you get supports the SD card that you have. So like I know for the original 3DS they use like the full-sized SD cards, and then for the newer DSs they switch to the micro SDs. So this one that I've got here has got a port for the micro SD and the just regular SD card. So just make sure that the one that you're getting will support the SD card that you get. Some computers and laptops do have SD card ports built in. Mine does not, so I need this. Figured a lot of you guys might also not have it, so make sure to look and see if you need this. If you've got all the things that I just mentioned, you're ready to get started. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do if you plan on streaming your 3DS save files without a capture card is hack your DS. Now, a lot of you guys may be like, oh, well, I'm not doing it now, but I mean, here's the thing. You can either spend $200 on a capture card or you can hack your DS for free. It's up to you. This guide will literally give you step-by-step instructions on how to hack your DS. It's super easy. I'm not going to walk you through the entire process because it does take a little while, but follow the guide in the link in the description down below, and it is super easy, straightforward. If you don't want to do that, go look up somebody else's video on how to hack 3DS. You'll find something. It's super easy. It's not as complicated as it looks. But I will say, if you're following this guide on here, at some point during the tutorial on how to hack the DS, it's gonna tell you to back up your SD card. And you're gonna want to do that. Just have the backup just in case, because you never know what's gonna happen. I've been hacking my DS for years and nothing's happened. But I just wanted to put it out there. Back up your SD card when it tells you to. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna want to do after hacking your DS is make sure that you have FBI first of all, which is a little application that looks like this. After hacking your DS, you should have FBI automatically installed. If not, just go ahead and search on YouTube really quick how to install FBI. I'm sure there's a straight and easy tutorial on how to get that. Okay, so once you've made sure that you have FBI installed on your DS, after hacking, of course, you're going to want to navigate to the link that I have in the description for JKSM, which essentially is a save manager. You're going to need this if you plan on transferring your save files back and forth from your DS to your computer. So download JKSM. There's a link in the description for that. The file that you're going to want here is the jksm.cia. I already have it, but I'll go ahead and download it just to show you guys it's safe. So I've got it downloaded right here. Now what you're going to want to do is open up your SD card on your computer. You guys should be familiar with this step already if you just hacked your DS. If not, I'll walk you through it really quick. So essentially, you'll take your SD card reader, put your SD card into the SD card reader, plug it into your computer, and you're good to go. If your computer had the built-in SD card slot, just go ahead, stick it in, and you're good to go. Now, so here's my 3DS's SD card opened up on my PC. So the first thing that you guys are going to want to do if you have not done this already is go ahead and create a new folder in the root of your SD card. The root is basically just what opens up first when you open up your SD card. So on the base of the SD card, create a new file or a new folder called CIAs, C-I-A-S, all lowercase, just like the one that I have here. As you can tell, I've already done that, so I'm not going to do it again. But once you've created the CIAs folder, go ahead and drag your jksm.cia file into that folder. And I've already done it, but like I said, I'll do it again just to show you guys the whole process. So we'll drop that into there. And at this point, you should be good to move on. Alright, so at this point I'm going to take my SD card out of the computer and put it back into my DS so that we can get JKSM installed. And now I'll show you guys the process of that on the DS. Alright, so now you may be wondering, why is this dude doing this if he's gonna show us how to record the DS? Well, okay, so when we stream the DS, we're streaming the save file, like I put emphasis on in the beginning. We're not actually streaming from the DS itself, because to do that, you need a capture card. I don't have one, you don't have one, so this is how we do it. Alright, so on your DS, go ahead and open up FBI, which is this little white and blue app right here. So open up FBI. And once that loads, go ahead and click on SD here. And then scroll down to your CIA's folder. Oh, I scrolled past it. And then find the CIA for JKSM, JK's Save Manager right here. I already have it, so I'm not going to install it, but I'll show you guys what to do. So you'll click A on that, and then you'll click Install and Delete CIA. Install and Delete will install the CIA onto your DS, but then it'll remove the CIA file from your SD card. It's just to save space, so I always just do Install and Delete. So go ahead and install and delete that. And then it should bring you back to your home screen. If it doesn't, just go ahead and get back to your home screen. And then you should have a nice little present to open, which will be JKSM. So we'll go ahead and open up JKSM, which I've got located right here. Yours should look like this. So we'll go ahead and open that up. The first thing you're going to want to do here is click Reload Titles. And what that's going to do is it's going to check and make sure, see what all games that you have save data for on this DS. So we're doing that right now, and that is done. It's a quick and easy process, as you can see there. So we'll go to Titles, and for this demonstration I'll do Pokemon Omega Ruby. So let's go ahead and open up Omega Ruby. I'll click Save Data. We'll go ahead and click New to create a new backup of the save from my actual game. And we'll go ahead and name this tutorial. Got it, perfect. So the save has been created now. You should be good to go here. So I'm just going to exit out of here, and then really quickly I'm going to open up Omega Ruby just to show you guys exactly where I am in the game, so that you can see that we are actually going to be streaming this exact save file. Alright, so as you can tell, I'm here in Little Root Town, and I've got my team of 6 shinies from the badge quest that I just finished, but that's beside the point. Here's where we are in the game. Now you see that, and you'll see it on the screen soon. So now that you've backed up your save using JKSM, you are good to go back to the computer. So go ahead and shut off your DS all the way, because you're going to need to take out the SD card. So I'll do that, and I'll see you guys back over here. Alright, so taking our SD card and inserting it back into the computer. Okay, so now let's get back to a web browser, because there are a couple more things we're going to need to download at this point. Okay, so first and foremost, you guys are going to need something to stream on. I prefer Streamlabs OBS, so just navigate to Streamlabs OBS. I'll put the link for that in the description as well. And then you'll go ahead and download that here. I'm not really going to be showing you guys what settings you need to use for Streamlabs and all that. I'm assuming if you want to know how to stream this, you already have some sort of idea on how to stream. If not, I'm sorry, there are other tutorials for that. That's not what we're covering today. But yeah, so make sure you've got something to stream from. For me, it will be Streamlabs OBS. Alright, and the most important thing that we're going to need today is Citra, which is a 3DS emulator for PC. This does run well on both Mac and PC. Obviously, it's going to depend on what kind of computer you have, but most computers, especially if it's somewhat recent, should be able to run this pretty well. So first of all, let's go ahead and download Citra. I'll click download here, and then of course make sure you're downloading it for your respective platform. For me, that would be Windows 64. I've already got Citra, so I'm not going to download this here, but just go ahead and download that, and I'll see you guys on the home screen. Alright guys, we're in the home stretch now. So this part may be a little bit annoying, but you're gonna need one more thing to download before we hop into Citra here. You're gonna need a ROM file for whichever game you plan on streaming. So in my case, it's gonna be Pokemon Omega Ruby. Now here's the thing guys, legally I cannot tell you where to find these ROM files, but good old Google might be a friend. That's all I can say. So figure out how to get a ROM, and then let's move forward. All right, so once you've got your ROM, you're going to want to show Citra where your ROM folder is to be able to play them and to be able to have the games show up in here. So for me, I just went ahead and here, I'll show you guys how that whole process works. So you'll click add new game directory, and that window's not showing up, but basically you'll click add new game directory, and then you just select the folder that you dropped your ROM into. Another thing to note here, the ROMs that you need to use for Citra, they need to be in either a decrypted.cci format or decrypted.3ds format. Again, while you're looking up how to get the ROMs, look up how to get ROMs for Citra. That way you'll have them in the format that you need them in. Anyway, moving forward, once you've selected the game directory, which is the folder that you put the games in again, it should pull up just like this with all of the games that you have downloaded, just like that. So now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and right click on the game that you plan on streaming. In my case, Omega Ruby. So we'll right click, and you guys can't see this for some reason, but you've got several different options here. You're going to want to click on Open Save Data Location, which is the first option for me when I right click. So click Open Save Data Location, and that is going to pull up this window here for us. If you haven't started your game yet, you might want to do that really quick. Just start your game, get to a point where you can at least save so that you have a save file created. I've already done that. As you can see here, I've got my main file. So if you've already done that and you've got to a point where you can save, you've got your save file created, you should have a file called main in all lowercase letters here in the folder. After right clicking, of course, then clicking Save Data Location. So what you're gonna do here now is, we'll move this to the side a little bit. You're gonna open up your SD card again from your DS. Okay, so you're gonna open up your SD card window. So then open up your either JKSM or JKSV folder. I can't remember if I changed it to JKSV or not, but it should look something like that. Open up that folder on the root of your SD card. Navigate to Saves. And then the game that you're doing the save for, which for my case is Omega Ruby again. And then you're gonna find the save file that you created. For me, it was called Tutorial. So we're gonna go ahead and drag this main file from this window into the new save window. So I'm dragging it from the tutorial folder into this one right here. So we'll drag that. And then my computer is now asking me, would you like to replace the file in the destination? You're gonna, of course, replace it. Another way you can do this is just delete the main file that's already in there and then put yours in there, or take the main file that's already in the Citra save data location, drag that to your desktop, just so you have it just in case anything happens for safekeeping. I like to have at least a couple different save files, that way if anything gets corrupted or anything, like if you're installing mods, you won't ruin anything that way. Once you've got your save file dragged into the save data location from Citra, go ahead and close out of these. You don't need them anymore. Alright, now get ready for some Inception, because now we're gonna move on to the Streamlabs part. Alright, so here we see my Streamlabs window is open. So now the first thing that you're gonna do here is make sure that your save file, of course, worked. And let me go ahead and open up Citra again to do that. Okay, so I've got Citra right here. I'm gonna click on Omega Ruby. We'll double click that to open it, and it should load up just fine. I don't have my controller on me right now, so we'll just try and keyboard and mouse this. Oh, I'm not able to do that, so let me go grab the controller really quick. Alright, the fun thing about this too is you guys can play your 3DS games with a PlayStation controller, Xbox controller, Switch Pro controller, whatever controller you can connect to your PC. You should be able to use it on Citra as well. Alright, so my controller is now synced to the computer. Let's go ahead and show you guys that this is indeed my save file from the 3DS. Okay. So as you can see, we're starting out here in Little Root Town. And I've got my team of 6 here, Bubbles, Volcama, all the guys from the badge quest. So yeah, Citra is working, as you can tell. Another good thing about this too, guys, is that This is upscaled, so these graphics are actually way better than they actually would be if I was streaming off of a capture card. So I'll just get into an encounter here with this Puccina, and we'll show you what that looks like. Like, look at those graphics, man. They look amazing. Another thing too that completely just went over my head. You guys don't have to stream this. If you just want to record your own gameplay and make like maybe a playthrough or something like that, you can do that too. You don't have to use you don't have to stream it. But okay, so now that you guys have seen that this is indeed working, let's go ahead and fly to Lava Ridge Town. We'll go here, and then I'll save. Perfect. And okay, so now we'll head back over to Streamlabs. So in Streamlabs OBS, what you're gonna want to do to pull up your Citra window, it's super simple. You're gonna go to Sources, which is right here in the middle. Click on this plus button right here to add a new source. Then you'll click on Window Capture. Add new source instead. Go ahead and name it whatever you want. We're gonna call it 14 because I'm not gonna keep this source. So you'll add that, and then you'll click on Window here. Hopefully you guys can see all this. And then you'll navigate to your Citra. For me, it's Citra Nightly, because that's the Citra version that I downloaded. I'll click on that, and as you can see, Omega Ruby is right here. And I mean, from this point on, guys, you just drag it under your overlay. So I'm not going to do all that right now. You guys can figure all that out, but essentially you have it here. And then I'm playing pretty much in real time. I can just play off this Streamlabs preview. There's literally no noticeable delay for me. But okay, so now you guys know how to stream your own save files from your 3DS without a capture card. Now I'm going to show you how the process works of being able to transfer from streaming it to then playing it on your own time. Like, say after the stream, say you were maybe shiny hunting for a certain Pokemon, and then after stream you wanted to hunt something else off stream just in your spare time for fun. Now that is super simple. So let's go ahead and close Citra here. We already did our save, and then we'll reopen it. You don't have to close it and reopen it like that. You could have just navigated back. But anyway, I'm doing it this way. Citra has an update. I'm not going to install that right now, but always keep your stuff up to date. Okay, so now basically what we're going to do now is the reverse of what we just did. So go ahead and right click on your game, go to open save data location, which again, it's not showing up for you guys. I don't know why, but it's the top option for me. So open save data location, and then let me get that window pulled back up. Okay, so what you're going to want to do once you've opened up your save data location is take this main file right here. As you can see, this is the one that I just created. It is about 12:30 on the 13th of May 2021. So you're gonna go ahead and copy this main file and navigate back to your 3DS's SD card. So let's see, mine's already in the computer, so we're good there. If it's not, put it in and then go back to your SD card. So we'll navigate back there and head back to the JKSV folder. Go to saves, the game that you're saving for, Omega Ruby, and we'll go ahead and click new folder. This is new, and we'll go ahead and open that up. Paste your main file. So just right click, paste, or Control V, whatever you got to do to get that file where it needs to be. And now you should have the save file from Citra, which is your most updated save. So that's the important part about transferring the saves back and forth. Because obviously, if you want to play after your stream, you're going to want your most recent save file. You're not going to want to stream for like 3 hours and then just pick up and play on your DS, and then you're like, your save doesn't have like the last 3 hours that you just played. So that's why it's important to transfer the save file back after you're done streaming. So like, this is an extra step that you're gonna have to do, but at the end of the day, you're saving like $200. This isn't that big of a deal. It's super easy, and it's a really nice, easy way to do this all for free. So once you have transferred the save file into your JKSV save folder, made the new folder, we'll go ahead and close out of this and head back to the 3DS. So we'll go ahead and put the SD card back into the DS, and I'll see you guys back over there. Okay, so now that we're back on the DS, we'll go ahead and open up JKSM So I've got mine in this folder here. Go ahead and open that back up. And go ahead and click titles. Scroll to the game that you were using. For me, it's Omega Ruby. And go to save data. And then you're going to scroll down here and find your most recent save, which for me was "this is new" in all capital letters. So what you're going to do here is you're going to click Y. Don't click A to open the folder, because what you're doing when you click A is basically you're clicking A to create a new save, and if you click A while you've got a folder selected, you're going to be overwriting that save. So don't overwrite a save on accident. When you want to restore from your restore to the most recent save file, you need to click Y. It says on the bottom screen here as well. So click Y, and then it'll say, "Are you sure you want to restore to?" and then the name of your save. I'll click yes, and then now go ahead and click the home button, and go back in. Click the home button and go back into your game. For me, it's Omega Ruby. I've said it a million times now. You guys better know what game I'm playing. Okay, and as you can see, once we boot up Omega Ruby, I should be exactly where we left off on Citra. Lava Ridge Town looks correct. And perfect, yeah. So guys, I know that was a bit of a long tutorial, but I really hope that I was able to help some of you. I know personally I helped myself. I saved myself $200. I hope that I saved you guys like $200, because those capture cards are expensive, guys, and you really don't need them. Citra, you can stream and record your gameplay in much better quality than you'd even get with the capture card, and I just feel like it's a lot better this way, because, you know, it's free. So guys, if I did help you, please don't be afraid to share this video. If you've got friends who also want to get into streaming, don't be afraid to share this video. Hit that like button for me, click the subscribe button, and also come check out my stream sometime, guys. I stream almost every day, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday at about 1 p.m. CST. Hope to see you guys in there sometime. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.